Maybird, welcome to Go 96.3 in the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Thank you for having us in here.
And as we record this, you're playing the entry tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah. Should be a good time tonight playing with Joywave and the Aces.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's the tour been going so far?
It's been great.
Very-
Wonderful.
Yeah, filled with wonder.
Lovely.
Every night, wonderful.
Every night was wonderful.
Give me the best moments so far, the highlights of this massive tour with Joywave and more.
Sam, you do it.
No, because the first thing I thought of was how somebody tried to steal a record yesterday at the show, and then they got caught trying to steal a record.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a fan
He
came and
told
tried to
me-
steal the record.
He told me that I sounded like Robin Williams,
Who did?
the guy. He was stealing a Joywave record and arguing with Joywave's merch person, and I kind of walked in on it, not knowing what was going on.
And he said you sound like Robin Williams?
Yeah, and then he like walked away.
Oh, that explains why you were doing the Robin Williams impression, though.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the finest moment of tour.
So the best moment so far has been walking in on someone stealing a record. This sounds like the worst tour ever.
No.
We had like a really Spinal Tap moment the very first night of the tour. We started loading into the wrong venue. That
That
was
happened.
Oh yeah, we
That was
almost like got our whole load-in thing going, and then we were like, wait a minute,
This is the wrong venue.
what venue? What's the name of this place? And they were
Yeah.
like, wait, who are you? And we were like, we are all in the wrong spot, right? Well, they were in the right.
We got like a case of Red Bull from the Aces yesterday. That was kind of nice. And
Yeah.
then Joywave, our old friends of ours. So just hanging out with them a lot lately has been very fun.
Hashtag Red Bull, hashtag Joywave.
So the Aces being on Red Bull Records, they just have cases of Red Bull lying around at all times. Is this
That
their...
must be the case of
They-
Red Bull.
They just carry around Red Bull with them everywhere they go, I think. It's
They hung
kind of
out
the
at
vibe.
like some pretend skydiving thing the other day.
Skydiving, yeah.
Oh, sure, like
at
indoor
Red-
skydiving.
Right. And they showed up at the venue, and there was like, and I don't know if they brought it in or something, but there was like at the venue, there was like 12 cases of Red Bull. And none of us drink Red Bull, but we're going to start.
I
maybe.
do.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Okay. They're using Red Bull to make friends. Number one,
Yeah.
allegedly, right? And number two, they go to the indoor skydiving with cases of Red Bull saying, we don't have money, but we have a lot of Red Bull. Can we come in here? And
Oh, so it's all fake.
Using Red Bull to get into Red Bull's facilities.
that's why they signed with Red Bull Records.
That could be.
Now it makes sense.
And now it all makes sense.
Now it's all making sense.
Did you Did you get some Red Bull earlier?
They didn't give me any Red Bull.
Well, if you want 40 of them, we have them in the
Are
venue.
you
we
serious?
we have all of
Probably.
it. Yeah.
Wow. I love Red Bull. I will take Red Bull.
Sure.
I can't believe they didn't bring me any Red Bull.
I feel like
What
we
the hell?
shouldn't be talking about Red Bull because we aren't on Red Bull Records. So it's like, we'll talk about other things.
So you don't have the Red Bull, but they do. So
No, we do.
We
but
steal the
we
Red
can
Bull.
we steal it. Yeah, no, we're just thieves.
one of the many perks of being on that fine label.
Mhm.
Good times. Well, welcome. New York, right?
Yeah.
That's where we're from? Okay. Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We're from
we
Rochester.
we're from Rochester, and we kind of relocated to Brooklyn. And
Yeah, there's
now we're just kind of
nobody-
spread all over the place.
Nobody there anymore, but I'm in New York.
Okay.
Adam's in upstate New York, and then everybody else is in Rochester, New York. So we're just kind of, when we say New York, we mean state.
It's interesting because now that you mention that, because I went on the website before we spoke earlier, and it said, from Brooklyn. I saw that on some header somewhere. But really, in the social media age we live in, and meeting, and the way that we interact, and probably form bands, right? I mean, we're all living in different places. It's tough. A band like New Politics, for example. I always call them a Danish band on the air, but I think they met in the States, and one lives in LA, and
Right.
one's in New York. I'm probably making some of that up, but it's something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but honing in on where a band is from and where they live, I guess, is a little more difficult in 2017 than it used to be.
Yeah, and we started this thing in Rochester, New York, so that's just what we say. Like a couple of us moved to Brooklyn very shortly after, so that's
Mhm.
why it's written like that, in some things. But yeah, we consider ourselves a Rochester band.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. We've been doing it long distance more than we haven't, though.
Right.
For sure.
Good times. Well, good to have you here in Minneapolis,
Great.
Thanks.
the
man.
Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a little cold, but
Okay.
we're making do with it.
We're
I
used
was
to the cold for sure.
the single is very cool, very vibey, kind of mid-tempo, and I was surprised and elated to find out that Patrick Carney of the Black Keys produced it. How did you guys link up with him, and tell me about that experience?
Well, our label is run by Danger Mouse, who produced a lot of Black Keys stuff.
Mhm.
So I think that he had sent our first EP over to Patrick, and Patrick took interest after that, and pretty shortly after that, just we got started working on it with him at his place in Nashville.
Lovely. Great city. I love Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool music town, as is the Twin Cities, as is New York, obviously, as well. So the tour's been going well so far. Joywave, the Aces, Maybird. What's next after this tour? What can we expect?
Well, I think we're kind of hanging back and putting our focus on the first full-length album, because we got these 2 EPs out,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got a bunch of songs that we've been writing over the past year or so, and just got to record them.
Lovely. Well, we look forward to that. It seems like such a singles and an EP sort of culture right now, right?
Definitely.
The fact that we're still making albums and looking at that as an art form and one that's important is very cool. I remember a couple years ago at the Grammys, Prince, he said something along the lines before giving Beck the album of the year that,
yeah.
Albums these days, like Black Lives, they still matter. They
Mhm.
matter. You know what I mean? So how can we expect the album in comparison to the EPs so far? Difference in sound, difference in approach?
It'll probably be different in sound, because I don't think we're going to go about it the same way that we recorded either of those 2 EPs. But the approach, with the way that we kind of record as a unit, as a band, I think will stay pretty similar. And with the songs, as far as we know what is going to go on there, not too far off from what we usually do.
I think it'll be
A little more diverse.
Yeah, wider range of music.
Lovely. I just realized you don't sound like Robin Williams, like at all.
No.
I don't know where this came from. Why did he say that?
I think he might have been intoxicated,
Right.
I think he was faking it.
he's a thief. I think he felt like he needed to, he was faking what?
It was magic. Like he was-
Diverting attention.
exactly. He was diverting attention. Like he bought a shirt and then covered the record in a shirt and then scooped it with the shirt.
Got
It's
it.
like how he pulled it off. But I think part of the
So that's why he thinks I sound
Don't get
like
any
Robin Williams.
ideas out there.
right, yeah, don't do that. That's bad.
We'll avoid that
Got
tonight.
yelled at.
We have good people coming to the shows here in Minneapolis. So,
It's full of
Nice.
good people.
yeah, we have
so
good people.
far.
Minnesota nice,
Yeah.
which I learned moving here. It doesn't actually mean nice. It means a presentation of being nice.
What
So,
is that?
like, essentially, it means being passive aggressive, sort of, right? Minnesota nice is,
Oh, Minnesota nice.
yeah, Minnesota
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Yeah.
I
You hear
missed
that term a lot, like, oh, Minnesota nice. People are nice here, and they are, but they can be a little passive aggressive too.
Really?
So I don't know if you would have anyone stealing your vinyl tonight. It might be more like, hey, can I steal that? If it's cool with you, I would love to take it if that's okay. I don't know. Might be something like that.
I've seen that around.
That's hard.
That's a move. That's a move people try. I've tried that. Yeah.